Here we have. Two teams who could both really use a win.
You know, B.A., I think they each sense the opportunity that's before them tonight. They're both willing to scrap and claw for a win. I anticipate a very hard-fought matchup. One of these teams trying desperately to get in that win column.
Now Washington starting five. Jones and Poole teaming up in the backcourt. Avdia and Kuzma at the forward slots. And it's Bagley in at the center position, locking down the middle. Now here's Wagner. Back to Suggs. Clock at 6. Wagner, the pass to Suggs. Drops in the 3.
Boy, if Suggs is knocking this shot down consistently, the spacing will open up.
Pass to Avdia from outside the arc. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Suggs with the bucket.
The defense is so focused on taking away a Jalen Suggs drive and finish at the cup. This is what it opens up right here. Make those jumpers when conceded, Jalen.
Here's Avdia. The 3. And Fultz pulls it down. I've heard coaches call Fultz the ultimate team guy. Sounds like a compliment, Doris.
Oh, it absolutely is, B.A. And you have to give Markelle Fultz a ton of credit. Here's a young man whose career started in as shaky a fashion as you could. With the inability to shoot the basketball, he's turned himself into a legit threat as a scorer and a passer. And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Gets the 3 to fall. Suggs has got 9.
Well, this is where you love the fast play by Jalen Suggs. Gets just a little bit of room, and the pull-up is pure.
Fultz against Jones. Back to Avdia. They set the pick. And again, Washington, no good. Orlando's gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Wagner against Poole. Wagner outside. Back to Fultz. The Magic need to put one up here. And it's Wagner missing. For Washington, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Kuzma for 3. It's hauled in by the Magic.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Wagner for 3. And it's Bagley with a rebound. Washington's gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Jones from outside gets the 3 ball to go.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Suggs, guarded by Poole. Here's Batadze, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
We've seen this from Wagner over and over. This guy understands when a man is open. He's got the timing and the touch to make the pass.
Poole from long range. He can't get that one to fall. And so Banchero will bring it up for Orlando. I know Orlando fans are excited about this young team they've got, Doris.
They certainly are, B.A., and I think that's appropriate. You have seen the potential for success with some of their young pieces. Now, to me, it's about continuing to develop those particular pieces and making sure these fans are proud of the effort they give nightly.
Poole for 3. Sinks the tray.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Orlando has gone 4 of 9 from beyond the three-point line in this first quarter. Fultz passes to Batadze. Lets it go from deep. 58 seconds left now in the first quarter. Knocks down the long J.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Poole for 3. It's rebounded by Wagner. Orlando leading. Suggs, the pass to Banchero. And a miss there on the triple. The Wizards have gone only 3 for 9 from the floor.
Magic foul. Personal foul. First team foul.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first. Now Poole. Kuzma outside. Lets the three fly. Left side Jones. From the arc.
Well, you love disrupting the shooter. Markelle Fultz being dogged on the defensive end.
Pass to Batase. 4 seconds left. Doesn't go for him. And so it's Orlando leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. They've had... If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
So on the floor for the Wizards, they've got Landry Shamet. He's out there with Corey Kispert. And it's Coulibaly in at the small forward. A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
Well, the Wizards not making the playoffs the last couple of seasons motivated them to bring in some youth in Jordan Poole, and the players say that they've seen dramatic improvements from player facilities, energy, and player development. They said they're transitioning, they're going in the right direction, but they still have a lot of improvements to make.
Good point, Ali. Thank you. Washington trailing. And what you like about Gary Harris, you can depend on him to make good decisions and always bring that energy, Grant.
Yeah, no doubt, B.A. I mean, he's all about the team, willing to do whatever they ask of him. Can't have enough guys like that on your roster.
Orlando's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Shots good by Black.
Well, it's excellent recognition from Cole Anthony, but how about your offense working to get a man that wide open? Pretty.
And there's a pick. Pass to Coulibaly. Fires the three. Orlando grabs the miss. Puts up a deep three. Harris misses. Washington's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. And here's Kispert from the arc. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. Here's Black. Driving in. Isaac finds Harris. Three-pointer. And the three-pointer goes.
Now, Gary Harris doesn't get this opportunity often, but as the handler in a pick and roll, putting it on time and on target. Okay, Gary.
Orlando has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. 4-3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources. And you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
And here's Kispert from the arc. That shot off the mark.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Can they get it? Buries it from 3. Kispert's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, major defensive lapse on that trip, leaving him all alone in three-point territory, and he drills it.
Anthony feeling it out a bit. Here's Black beyond the arc. Baldwin with a rebound. You know, one place this Wizards team has been very effective is in the restricted area.
Well, that's the coveted shot in the NBA, to consistently score deep inside that painted area. The Wizards know high percentage looks, and they really get after it on the interior.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Wagner's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's Kispert from the arc. They get it back.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
Black wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. The Wizards have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. The 3 is up. Orlando grabs the miss. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Wagner outside. Launches it. Kispert grabs a miss. And Washington shooting at 30% here in the second. Here's the 3. And the basket by Shaman.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Anthony, left side. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Well, the Wizards shooting poorly. Just 30% so far. Pass to Shaman. Back to Kispert. Let's go with a three. And the Wizards with another three.
They've closed the gap over the last few possessions, but can they push through and grab the lead?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Oh, the shot no good by Kispert. The Magic have gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. And here's Harris outside. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Shot's good by Black. From deep three-point land. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Orlando now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. And it's their three-point accuracy that has helped them build such a healthy lead. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Wow, been quite a game for Gary Harris.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Wagner and Banchero at the 3 and the 4. Fultz and Suggs are the backcourt. And it's Batase in at center. That's who's out there for Orlando. It's Poole on the wing. Back to Jones. And here's Banchero. So much of modern offenses include hunting for mismatches. Doris, if you aren't a great defender, you're targeted.
And the word you used is appropriate, great defender, because teams know how to find the weakest link and attack that. They isolate that poor defender by using pick and roll action. And here's the key, BA. You can be a really solid defender, but if you are the worst of the 5 on the defensive team, teams are going to seek you out.
Jones, his shot is good.
Well, great decision to kick it out. Trust that your teammate will knock down the shot.
Here's Suggs, guarded by Poole. There's Fultz with a 3. Counted from distance. Fultz has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Avdia from outside, drills it from deep.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Orlando has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Jacks up a 3. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got 4 rebounds now. Well, Doris, the Wizards have some star power, but they're kind of stuck in the middle of things.
BA, unless you have top free agents coming your way, it is so hard to get over the hump. It's about drafting well. Your player development has to be next level. It is not easy for the Washington Wizards right now.
Washington has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Avdia from outside, kept alive by Washington. Kuzma finds Poole. Shot clock at 6. Kuzma with a screen on Fultz. Poole from long range. It's hauled in by the Magic. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. It's stolen by Poole. Bagley for 3. Drains the triple. Bagley's got his first 3 points of the game.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Pass to Suggs. Here's Batase. Nice jump shot. Batadze's got his third basket on the night right there.
Jalen Suggs has proven early, if you're open, he's going to find you. Pretty pass.
Now here's Kuzma. Back to Jones. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
.146 left in the third quarter here. There's Fultz with a three. And it's Bagley with a rebound. Bagley's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. The three ball. No luck on that one.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Well, Denny Avdia was born in Israel, where we don't see many NBA players hail from, Doris.
No, BA, definitely a rare sight. He is just the 4th player from Israel since 2010 to debut in the NBA. This is why we love the game. It has such a worldwide reach.
On the wing, Kuzma, defended by Wagner. Just 5 on the clock. It's Kuzma with the miss. For Orlando, they've gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Pass to Fultz. 46 seconds left in the third quarter. Wagner outside. And another miss by Orlando. The Wizards have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Poole from long range. On the wing, Kuzma. Fires the three. Rebound by the Magic. Wagner's got 4 rebounds in the game. Banchero outside. Pass to Wagner. Banchero the screen. Here's Batadze. Here's Suggs. Back to Batadze. He got it up. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Orlando with a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. They've got Rashawn Holmes. Kispert is out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Baldwin in at the 4. Anthony misses. Washington trailing. And here's Kispert from the arc. And again, Washington with a triple.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Here's Black. Connects from downtown. And the Magic lead by 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Coulibaly. Misses the 3. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Magic. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Black passes to Harris. There's a screen. Pass to Isaac. The 3. Harris misses. Washington has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. From deep three-point land. Oh, the shot no good by Kispert.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Hits the trifecta. Kispert's got 9 points here in the second half.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Anthony, the pass to Wagner, and here's Harris. From deep. Rebound by the Wizards. Holmes has got 4 rebounds now. To the inside. Pass to Koulibaly. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Orlando's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Harris finds Isaac. Back to Harris. Right wing. Here's Black. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. So Orlando ends up going with a new group. The Wizards making a switch here. Outside Fultz. Pass to Bataze. 5 on the clock. Banchero outside. Fires for 3. They grab their own miss. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Wagner. The 3 is up. Kispert grabs a miss.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Suggs, the pass to Fultz. Back to Suggs. Pass to Wagner. 3-pointer. The shot no good. And Washington with possession. They're on a 12-3 run. They get the rebound. Here's Kispert. Here's Avdia. And there's the screen. Takes the 3. Sinks it from distance. And now it's a 6-point Wizard lead.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course he makes good use of it.
Wagner outside. From behind the arc. Rebounded by Kuzma.
I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Puts up a 3. Knocks down the triple. And the Wizards lead by 9.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And another miss by Orlando. So it's Washington now. And here's Kispert from the arc. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Wagner outside. Takes a 3. Pure from 3-point range. And stolen by Banchero. So we see the Wizards get the win here. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed...
This game is a mismatch, but on any given night, I mean, you just never know.
That's exactly it, Kevin. And while the underdog is extra motivated, the better teams sometimes let their guard down. That's a recipe for disaster.
So the net starting five. The forward spots will be Bridges and Johnson. Lonnie Walker is out there with Thomas. And it's Claxton in at the center. And that one is good from Suggs.
And if he's knocking down threes with consistency, Suggs almost impossible to check.
Walker with a screen for Thomas. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And Wagner drives in. Batadze the pass to Suggs. For three. No good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And here's Walker outside. Orlando's drawn 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. For this young Orlando team, last season GA was a huge step forward.
A 12-win improvement, taking a giant step forward offensively. Their top 5 scorers, all under 25 years old, a very bright future in Orlando.
And Wagner drives in. Banchero kicks to Wagner. Off target from three-point range.
And one thing you know about Claxton, he's not going to waste his opportunity.
Yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in this league, and he's all about getting quality, high percentage shots, Greg. He doesn't force shots that aren't there for him.
Now here's Walker, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That's a jump ball.
No one near Suggs as he lets it go. The Magic again can't hit. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Walker kicks to Bridges. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
This demonstrates how confident Bridges has become. Knows he has a green light to fire away.
He takes it in. Wagner finds Banchero. Back to Wagner. Shot clock at 6. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That's his first foul. So it's Brooklyn now. Walker in the post. Shoots the 3. Thomas, no good. The Magic have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. There's Wagner with the 3. The rebound by the Nets. Johnson for 3. They get it back. Bridges passes to Claxton. And it's Walker penetrating. 6 on the shot clock. Thomas gets a wide open look. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson.
How about Johnson with the hot pass? Good job seeing that open.
Now here's Suggs. Not a lot of room to the middle. Pass to Wagner. That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
And how about the quick fire release of Fultz? It is difficult to guard. You know he's thinking about shooting as the pass is coming his way. Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Nets. And that's a foul called on Franz Wagner. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Johnson sets the screen for Bridges. Shoots over Wagner. Bridges misses.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Banchero with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. Fultz kicks to Wagner. Bridges with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Fires from the wing. And there it is for him. Bridges has got 7.
And every year, Bridges seems to get better, including understanding when he should be aggressive on the scoring end.
Here's Bitadze. Another miss by Orlando. Brooklyn leading by 3. From deep, Thomas does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Wagner a screen on Thomas. Wagner wide open. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
It's deflected. He kicks it to Suggs. Latre. Brooklyn with the rebound. Claxton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Bridges inside the 3-point line. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Brooklyn. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
In rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Dennis Schroeder. He's out there with Dennis Smith. And it's Wilson in at the 3 spot. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. This young Magic team is building, and they're anchored by the talent in their front court. With Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, and Wendell Carter Jr., who said, as a team, our potential is through the roof. I think the biggest thing for us is being injury-free. That will give us the best chance to be very special. Kevin?
Special indeed. All right, David Aldridge, thank you. And intriguing to see how the Nets have recovered since the departures of Harden, Kyrie, and Katie. Richard, they had grand plans. It just didn't work out.
They're picking up the pieces, and we've seen them do this before. The title window may be closed for now, but this team knows how to build their way back.
Here's Bates Diop, and he gets it to go from the high post.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Wagner from long range. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Schroeder against Anthony. Pass to Watford. This one for 3. Trains the three-pointer.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Now here's Anthony. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Nets on defense. Here's Wagner. And again, it's Orlando converting.
And I like the decision making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
Yeah, if they aren't going to take away his space from mid-range, well, he's going to continue to shoot it.
I tell you what, at only 6'3", Smith has some major hops. Super at leaping up quickly to throw it down.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And we've heard defensive-minded players, Greg, say, man, everything is a foul nowadays. You can't even touch the guy. You can't defend. Do they have a point?
It's getting tough, isn't it? I mean, you can't use your hands. You have to be set. It's almost like they want defenders to be traffic cones.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know, known for that rim-rocking dunking ability, Smith Jr., though, a special talent. This is a guy who wants to keep getting better over time.
And GA, this Nets team, kind of slim on the interior, don't you think? How can they be most effective?
Well, you've got to press that advantage as far as quickness and get out and run and challenge opposing bigs to cover you in space.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
And it's sent back by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
Lets it go with the 3. And the 3 ball is good. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Bates Diop's got 5 points so far.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
The shot by Anthony, no good. The Nets with the lead. Here's Smith. There's the pass to Watford. And the Nets, another 3.
And no doubt Smith has the vision. You know, when one of his guys has a clean look, he's quick to get the ball to them.
There's the screen. Passes it to Black. Anthony kicks to Harris. Back to Anthony. Harris setting the pick for Anthony. Harris outside. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Schroeder looking around. Pass to Bates-Diop. There's the three. Rebounded by Isaac.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
Here's Black. Oh, good with the triple. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Nets. Here's Wilson. And that shot misses everything. Air ball on the three. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Black. From the arc. He can't get that one to fall. Brooklyn's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. And that one's good. Schroeder.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan. Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nets lead by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've seen Mikal Bridges really having a great game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Backcourt pair for him, Fultz and Suggs. Forward spots, it's Wagner and Banchero. And it's Vitadze in at the 5 roaming the paint. That's the group starting the second half for Jamal Mosley. Magic moving the ball around. Here's Vitadze, and again it's Orlando with the 3. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Thomas a screen on Fultz. Down low. Kicks it out to Johnson. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Greg, here he is, the first overall pick of the 2022 draft, Paolo Banchero.
And the top pick because he's a 6'10 playmaker. Banchero has a tremendous feel for the game, great vision, passionate, and endless potential offensively.
There's Walker with the 3, and it's Orlando with the rebound. The pass to Vitadze. There's the triple. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Orlando leading by 5. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Passes it to Vitadze. Fires the 3. It's good from long range. Vitadze's got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, his instincts are on display here. Fultz, a really good passer, excels at setting up teammates for easy looks.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Nets trail by 5. His first shot coming late. Again, the Nets for 2.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells a story of how well you are playing team offense.
Wagner a screen on Thomas. Such a wide open look. Suggs has got 9.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
It's Thomas on the wing. Again, the Nets for 2.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Wagner outside. Releases. And he nails the jumper. Wagner's got his first bucket of the night.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. He hit it.
Here's Thomas. Kicks it out to Johnson. And the Nets, another 3.
When you have a shooter like Cam Johnson, you're running that play with confidence.
1:53 left here in the third quarter. And it's Suggs missing. Nets trail by 3. Well, they're still young, but the Magic, Greg, are becoming one of those league pass teams. Like people want to watch them.
Yeah, I mean, they've got some players, leaving aside any rooting interest on my part. They've got some young fellas that are definitely intriguing to watch.
Driving the lane. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Some changes for Brooklyn. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Pass to Bates-Diop. For the tie. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for the Magic. It's a 3-point game. Anthony, the pass to Wagner. And here's Harris from the arc. Kept alive. Isaac kicks to Anthony. Back to Isaac. Stolen by Wilson. Smith with it. Picked up by Harris. Rebounded by Anthony.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Black the pass to Harris. Out to Anthony. Isaac outside. Wagner from long range. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Second team foul. At the line for the Magic.
So he comes up empty at the line. Boy, Brooklyn GA did all they could to assemble a championship team, and look what happened.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, you take your swings in this league, and sometimes it works. Sometimes you have to retool, and they still have some good players to build around.
Anthony can't hit. Smith surveying the D. Pass to Bates-Diop. Schroeder outside for the tie. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
On defense, Isaac using all of his height.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. It's the Magic up 3. 2K Sports back in a moment from the Amway Center. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
And the ability to drop your jaw with the pass is something you rarely see in this league. What a talent he is.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Smith. And it's Bates-Diop in at the 5 down low. Orlando with the ball after the three-pointer from Dennis Schroeder. Good on the three-point shot.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Smith the pass to Wilson. Here's Bates-Diop. The three-pointer no good. Magic leading by 3. Black kicks to Anthony. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch. And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Nets trail by 3. Left side Walker. Bridges finds Claxton. The 3. Bridges misses. Well, Orlando shooting 43% from the field. Banchero inside. Covered by Johnson. Offensive rebound. Now, here's Suggs. Here's Banchero. Buries the long-range jumper. Banchero's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. In the corner, it's Bridges. Back falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Just look at those stats from Bridges, and he is feeling it.
Here's Bitadze. Back to Wagner. A three. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Fultz, no good. Nets trail by 6. Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Thomas. Gets a very good look and converts.
Nice pass by Cam Johnson, keeping his eyes up, letting things unfold.
Walker against Fultz. Dishes it to Suggs. Back to Fultz. 6 to shoot. Fires from deep. And it's Franz Wagner with the 3. Wagner's got 6 points in the quarter. That's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Nets. Bridges attacking. There's Thomas with the 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And really, just when the fans were starting to get into this game, how about the silencer at the other end for a potential game-saving 3?
Bitadze can't hit. Nets trail by 4. Thomas dishes to Johnson. Thomas up top. He's covered by Banchero. And it's Goga Bitadze with the foul. That's his first foul. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Walker the pass to Bridges. Shot clock at 6. Outside for Thomas. Beyond the arc. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Banchero's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Lonnie Walker picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The pass to Bitadze. Orlando moving the ball around. Now, here's Suggs. The 3. Walker with the rebound. Here's Thomas. Outside, Walker. Bridges against Wagner. Pulls up on the wing. Bridges misses. Here are the Magic now. They lead by 4. Pass to Suggs. Here's Thomas. The kick out to Walker. Bridges outside. Back to Johnson. Bridges outside. Lock at 6. Kicks it out to Johnson. Outside, Walker from deep. No good on that one. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
And how about the confidence from that corner spot? Banchero, special.
And so it's Orlando winning this one.
so off the tip, it's Washington. Now the opening lineup for the Brooklyn Nets. Johnson at the 4 with Claxton at center. Cam Thomas out there with Lonnie Walker. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
From deep, Johnson. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Here are the Wizards now with the ball. It's a three-point game. And Grant, this Nets team trying to set their identity at the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, well, with the players they have on the wings, led by Mikal Bridges, they have the personnel to be disruptive. Long, mobile, and switchable. They give you lots of trouble.
Now here's Walker. To the middle. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball. Washington has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. And Lonnie Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter of play, a minute in. Jones from outside. The rebound by Bridges.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
From deep, Johnson gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
It's what makes Johnson so difficult to guard. He's got that quick trigger.
Launches a 3. Brooklyn with the board. Here's Thomas. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
4 for 3. And again, Washington, no good. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Johnson on the wing. Here's Thomas. That 3's off the mark. And it's Jones with the ball for Washington. Avdia from outside. No good that time. It's Thomas on the wing, defended by Jones. And Bridges, here we go. Here's Walker. Here he goes. Avdia pulls it in. Kuzma outside. Kept alive by Washington. Outside Jones. Hits a three-pointer.
Bagley with a nice job of surveying there.
Brooklyn trailing. Bridges right side. Claxton. Outside Johnson. Up top Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. Walker, the open look. Gets it to go from the corner.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
And one of the better defenders in the league, Grant, Mikal Bridges. He'll lock you down.
Oh, he will be often matched up against the opponent's best scorer. And he is just so fierce. But he also helps you generate offense, hitting threes and extending the defense to create room to operate.
Now here's Walker. Back to Thomas. From downtown, on target from range. Thomas has got 6.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Bagley, no good. Here's Brooklyn. They're on an 11-3 run. And Brooklyn again with a bucket.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
There's the triple. And there's Poole on the assist from Jones. Poole's got his second bucket on the night.
Oh, man, this is the kind of range Poole has, and the defense better recognize.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Thomas, guarded by Poole. Fires from deep. He buries it from 3. 11 points in the game.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
Here's Thomas. Washington with a rebound.
Now, that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Jones finds Poole. Launches it from deep. Rebounded by Johnson. Bridges outside.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And stolen by Bagley. Kuzma for 3. No good on the buzzer beater. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
But simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
On the floor for Brooklyn, Keita Bates-Diop out there with Trendon Watford. Then it's Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Dennis Smith. And it's Wilson in at the 3 spot. Brent, you were a 2-time NBA champion, so you must have the secret recipe. What wins in the playoffs?
Well, Tim Duncan, BA? I mean, obviously, you need a team. It can't be a one-man show, and you need that collective to come together and be playing their best basketball at the biggest time of the year. You've seen these heliocentric offenses, one's built around one superstar, and that becomes too predictable of an offense, or one where a guy can't struggle. If they struggle, the team goes home. So championships are won by teams, BA.
Here's Watford. Outside Schroeder. Smith outside. Pass to Watford. 6 to shoot. Here's Wilson. And too long on the shot. And a fast break now for the Wizards. And here's Kispert from the arc. Brooklyn with the board. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Here's Smith. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Grant, you grew up here in Washington, D.C. What's the hoop scene like here?
Well, B.A., they love the game of basketball here, and the fans are unbelievable. So many stars from here, like Kevin Durant. So D.C. is kind of a sneaky, underrated basketball city.
The Nets have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Here's Watford. Offensive rebound. Pass to Smith. Watford with a screen. And it's Smith penetrating. The Nets need to get off a shot here. Second shot opportunity. And again, it's the Nets missing. The Wizards have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. And here's Kispert from the arc. Bates-Diop with a rebound. Brooklyn has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. And Holmes with the block.
Well, Holmes sees that shot coming and says, goodbye.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Wizards.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Now, let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains. He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
For 3, Smith. Here's Bates-Diop, and it's Coulibaly with a rebound. The Wizards with a lead. They push it up 4 on 3. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And here's Kispert from the arc. And again, Washington with a triple.
Nice looking shot. I mean, especially from that deep.
Here's Smith. Misses in close.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Kispert's shot is good.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Well, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Here's Kispert. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And Washington with possession. They're on a 15-4 run. Nails it from beyond the arc.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
Here's Watford. And again, it's the Nets missing.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Wow! Are you kidding me?
Gotta love his confidence taking that
An absolute bomb!
Man,
count it! And it's Smith penetrating, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
great concentration. That was a special play by Dennis Smith Jr.
A new lineup here for Washington. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Claxton, he's checked in for Bates Diop. Johnson comes in for Watford. Bridges, he's checked in for Wilson. And it's Thomas in for Schroeder. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 11, and Claxton gets the bucket. 36 seconds left in the second period. And Poole puts up a deep three. The rebound by Bridges. Bridges has got 5 rebounds in the game. This one for 3. Fires in the triple. Claxton's got 5 now. The Wizards have gotten 7 shots out of 14 attempts in the second quarter. Poole for 3. Oh, using that sweet stroke. Poole connects from deep.
Shooters shoot. Poole just couldn't let that 3 go unanswered.
From outside the arc, Thomas, that's good. He's got 14.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And the first half now in the books. Wizards out in front, up by 6. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And without a superstar scorer, Graham, the question has always been, how does this Nets team generate enough offense?
Yeah, well, hero ball is not going to work. I mean, they've got to push the pace and trust one another and go from good shot to great shot.
Avdia and Kuzma at the forward slots. Tyus Jones is out there with Corey Kispert, and it's Bagley in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Brooklyn has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Here's Thomas. Oh, he drains it. His 6th make and 9 tries so far.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
The Wizards with another miss.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Walker. And stolen by Bagley. And here's Kispert from the arc. That shot makes him 7 for 14. He's been good tonight.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Poole, he's checked in for Washington. Now here's Bridges. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And the ball out of play. The Wizards will have it.
Washington basketball.
Washington has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Jones, the pass to Avdia. For 3. Rebounded by the Nets. It's Walker on the wing. There's the 3. Nails it from 3. Walker's got 5 points.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league. That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
For Washington, they've got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Well, as a champion and a 20-point-per-game scorer, Kyle Kuzma has exceeded all expectations, Brent.
Well, I like the recovery of Kyle Kuzma. You know, he had the early years where he was successful and then maybe lost himself in some things and has found his way back to a consistency that I think the organization he plays for is appreciating. They call him Clutch Kuz for a reason. He does love those big moments.
Now here's Poole. 15 points in the game. From behind the arc. Knocks it down from distance. Poole's got 6 here in the quarter.
And Poole just deadly from 3.
Bridges passes to Claxton. Here's Thomas. The 3 ball. Yes. Great play by Walker to set it up. Thomas has got 19 points.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Well, he's doing everything he can to make them competitive. And by everything, I mean draining threes.
Now here's Walker. He's got 5, and that's out of bounds. Last touch by Poole.
Out of bounds. Nets basketball.
Johnson a screen on Poole.
Well, Poole contesting on that shot and becoming a better defender. That's the next step.
Walker pulls down the board.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
Claxton. Fires from deep. And the Nets get it back. The kick out to Johnson. Launches a 3. And it's Bagley with a rebound. Bagley's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Avdia passes to Poole. From deep 3-point range. Brooklyn with the board. Bridges has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Thomas. It's deflected.
And how about Kuzma, the defensive energy he showed to get to that block.
Second chance effort. Bridges on the attack. And it's good on the layup. 52 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Poole outside. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
A full line change here for Brooklyn. Pass to Kispert. They set the pick. Here's Coulibaly. The 3. And Watford pulls it down. Here's Bates Diop, defended by Holmes. Beyond the arc. And that one's good. Wilson's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. The Wizards with a lead. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Kispert. 21 points in the game. And another miss by Washington. Outside Schroeder. To the right side. Here's Watford. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. Wizard. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for the Nets, they've got Keita Bates-Diop. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Smith. Then it's Trendon Watford, and it's Wilson in at small forward. Out to the right wing. Pass to Bates-Diop. Left side Schroeder. Out to the wing. Here's Wilson. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. How about about the unselfishness of this team.
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
Smith right side. Into the lane, and he lays it up and in.
All about the bursts there. Dennis Smith Jr. creating the separation.
And here's Kispert from the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. Kispert's got 24 points.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Here's Smith. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Rashawn Holmes picks one up.
Just attacking the basket right there. Smith Jr. goes up strong every time he gets in there.
So for the Wizards, Bagley comes in for Holmes, and it's Poole in for Baldwin. Second free throw, no good. And they recover it. Pass to Claxton. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball. Washington with the ball. They've led by as many as 14. Oh, the shot no good by Kispert. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 5-point game.
And you love the selfless attitude right there from Johnson. Nice feed to the open man.
And an intentional foul right there. Walker, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
First team foul.
Here's Poole.
Coming onto the floor for the Nets.
And here's Kispert from the arc. Buries it from 3. Kispert's got 9 points here in the second half.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Here's Bridges. Up again. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound. Washington has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. Kispert, a pass to Poole. That's a foul. Called on Cameron Johnson. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Washington with the ball. 6-point lead. Poole, the pass to Kispert. Out left to the wing. Here's Coulibaly. No good with the triple. Brooklyn has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. It's Johnson with a drive. Screen by Claxton. Walker for 3. The rebound by the Wizards. Bagley's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And here's Kispert from the arc. Schroeder with a rebound. The Nets have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. And again, it's the Nets missing.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And here's Kispert from the arc. He buries it from 3. Kispert's got 30.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They're pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Claxton passes to Bridges. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Washington's gone 4 of 9 from three-point range in the fourth. Connects again from distance.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely looking to shoot as much as possible. Here's Schroeder. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
A minute 9 left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Claxton, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Wizards.
And they got a huge boost from their reserves tonight.
Yeah, the point differential between the two benches was a deciding factor in this game.
And what a huge performance it was for Corey Kispert.
It was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
Outside Bagley. Pass to Shaman. And another miss by Washington.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Do you want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
And despite the defender's length, he goes right up from the mid-range.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
Oh, the shot no good by Kispert. So we see the Wizards get the win here. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd.
them hoping for some kind of pick-me-up tonight.
And Kevin, that's the thing. It's easy to say be confident, but you also have to perform and execute, players and coaches alike.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Outside the wings are Suggs and Wagner. Then there's Banchero. And there's Fultz. And it's Bitadze in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And it's Wagner missing. Poole with it. Now guarded by Fultz. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. And it's Wagner missing. Banchero against Poole. Inside. Kuzma kicks to Poole. Outside for Bagley. Fires for three. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And what's interesting about Bagley, I mean, he has solid form as a shooter. The results from distance, though, have been inconsistent.
Now, here's Suggs. He was all alone on that one.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Greg, it seems like the Wizards have been trying to find their edge against tough teams.
Yeah, and the first question is, which end does it happen on, offense or defense? Because you can win tough games by being great at either. And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there. Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
No good on the triple. Orlando's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Fultz, the pass to Banchero. Back to Fultz. From outside the arc. Offensive rebound. And the pass to Suggs. Orlando moving the ball around. Back to Banchero. Shot clock at 5. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. Bangs home the trifecta.
And you got to guard Fultz from this spot. I mean, when he has the space to fire from deep, he makes the defense pay.
Buries it from three-point range. Poole's got 6 points.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Wagner wide open. Over in the corner, Fultz. Banchero outside. Passes it to Suggs. Orlando needs to get off a shot. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Bagley against Wagner. And here's Poole for 3. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he could wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
Now, here's Suggs. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to Poole. From past the arc. Bagley sends a screen for Poole. Fires the 3. And it's Wagner with the rebound. The Magic trail by 6. Here's Bitadze. Hits it from three-point range.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Now here's Kuzma. Still yet to score. He had a nice open look right there.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Here's Fultz. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Gotta love Fultz's effort level. I mean, really working hard for his shots.
Pass to Kuzma. Now here's Jones. Lets it go with the 3. Kuzma can't get it to go. And Wagner's got the ball here for Orlando. They trail by 3. 34 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Avdia with the rebound.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
The Magic trail by 3. Here's Suggs. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
With his speed, Suggs able to get one step ahead, and then he's ready to let it fly.
Jones kicks to Bagley. And here's Poole for three. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. And there's the pass to Abdia. Bagley with a wide open look. Drills the three-pointer. Bagley's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Wizards. And so it's Jordan Poole making highlights for the Wizards. We witnessed him delivering a... And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. A scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Kispert is out there with Landry Shamet. And there's Rashawn Holmes, and it's Baldwin in at the 4 slot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Just 4 to shoot. Anthony kicks to Harris. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Harris has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Clark, in recent years, Orlando's been one of the league's bigger teams.
Well, you can see clearly, Kevin, that the front office prioritizes length. You don't ever have to really worry about them playing small ball.
Wizards leading by 3, and it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Here's Kispert. And a miss there on the triple. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Black, no good. For Washington, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. The Wizards with another miss. The Magic trail by 3. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Good on the three-point shot. Harris has got 6.
Nice looking outside stroke by Harris. Give him room to pull the trigger, and he'll light you up from there.
The Wizards with another miss.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Shamet with the steal. Pass to Coulibaly. The Wizards working the ball around now. And here we go. Harris heading to the hoop. Isaac finds Wagner. Shoots. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Washington has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Here's Kispert. They can't stop the run with that one.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
There's the triple. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Black. And again, it's the Magic from deep. Great. You look at the size of some of these point guards now. Magic Johnson would feel right at home.
Yeah, it's a part of a larger trend with all the switching defensively. If you have just one smaller guy on the floor, he is going to get targeted.
Here's Black. Passes it to Isaac. Wagner wide open. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Shamet. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
In the corner, it's Harris. Isaac a screen. Going inside. Fires the 3. Washington with the rebound. There's 1:17 left now here in the second. For 3, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Steps back. Pass to Black. Stop the run. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Black's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Orlando.
A capable floor general. I love watching Anthony set up his teammates.
Three-pointer. Rebounded by Holmes. The Wizards with the lead. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the half.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And Washington has possession. Here's Koulibaly. The Wizards with another miss. And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Anthony, the pass to Harris. Puts up a deep three. Washington with the rebound. Holmes got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Kispert. And again, Washington no good. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Wizards lead by 1. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. The forward spots, it's Wagner and Banchero. The backcourt pair for him, Fultz and Suggs. And it's Bitadze in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Banchero kicks to Wagner. The pass to Suggs. Looking for Fultz. He gets it in there. 6 to shoot. Driving inside. There's Wagner with the 3. Pass to Banchero. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Wizards leading by 4. Some people see the Orlando Magic as a team, Clark, with a very high ceiling. How about you?
Lots of potential there. No question about it, Kevin. And plenty of room for growth. The challenge is going to be corralling that and moving it in the right direction. You know, it could take longer than people expect or wanted to, so you got to be patient in this situation. Wagner with the right back at your answer on the 3. Pretty impressive right there.
Fultz against Jones. Back to Poole. Pulls up. It's rebounded by Fultz.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Bitadze can't hit. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Poole with no one around. And again, Washington with the triple.
That is how you use the shot fake, folks.
They set the pick. Fultz dishes to Banchero. Wagner outside. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the 3 ball. Wagner's got 6 points in the quarter.
Hunting for that shot. Wagner wants to eat.
Passes to Kuzma. Back to Poole. Kuzma with the screen for Poole. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Fultz kicks to Suggs. From outside, off the mark. Wizards leading by 7 from deep three-point territory. And again, Washington with the triple.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
The real Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
Back to Banchero. Wagner a screen on Kuzma. Banchero kicks to Wagner. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
And all of a sudden, that three puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
No one near Suggs as he lets it go. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense. A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
There's a screen. Wagner from long range. That doesn't go. He's 5 of 12 on the night. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Kicks it out to Jones. Back to Bagley. The Wizards working the ball around now. Launches a three. Orlando grabs the miss. Suggs passes to Wagner. There's the three. That shot no good. That will count. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Washington out in front, up by 4. And do not. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got Rashawn Holmes. Kispert is out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Koulibaly in at the small forward. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards. The wide open look here for Anthony. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Kispert, the pass to Baldwin. Now here's Kispert, covered by Anthony. A 3 ball, 6 on the shot clock. Kispert, no good. The Magic trail by 7. Here's Black, and the 3 ball is good.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Kispert wide open, he fires, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Harris outside. This one for 3. Out to Anthony. Pass to Harris. From the arc. Offensive rebound. Now the pass to Black. Here's Anthony. Out to Harris. Isaac outside. Harris passes to Isaac. Shoots the 3. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so it's Baldwin with it. He brings it up for the Wizards. They lead by 7. Kispert, no good. Orlando's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Washington's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
Look at this little fella going in there and eating up some glass.
Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Wizards?
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And their passing has been great as well. Ball movement is key in getting good looks, and they've had that down tonight.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. There's Wagner with the three. Another miss by Orlando. Wizards leading by 6. Here's Baldwin. And again, Washington no good. Well, Orlando shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Kicks it out to Banchero. Wagner outside. Banchero, a screen for Wagner. Back to Banchero. Fultz the pass to Banchero. Wagner from long range. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Substitution for your Wizards.
Wizards have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Kispert, no good. The Magic trail by 6.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Fultz finds Wagner. Puts up a 3. Drops in the tray.
I like to say a guy making a shot like that, Fultz has the clutch gene. Doesn't shy away from the big moment.
Now here's Kispert. Tight defense on him. Pass to Koulibaly. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Wizards lead by 6.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That's his first foul. Wizards have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Poole against Fultz. And the Wizards hit again from deep. The Magic trail by 9. Here's Bitadze. Kicks it out to Banchero. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
This is to Kispert. Passes it to Avdia. The Wizards working the ball around now. They set the screen. Here's Kispert. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And now a 12-point Washington lead.
Little to no chance they're able to overcome this deficit. Going to be a good victory for the Wizards.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jordan Poole.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
The shot's good from Kispert.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Here's Bitadze. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to Kispert. Suggs with the steal. Wagner outside. From downtown. And the miss. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
appear to be a lopsided matchup. But we've seen plenty of underdogs win before.
You're exactly right, BA. You know what these games can be called? Quote, trap games for great teams, because one underdog wants to prove all the doubters wrong and show, hey, we can stand up with the big guys.
And the starting lineup for the Magic. Wagner and Banchero at the 3 and the 4. Fultz and Suggs in the backcourt. And it's Batadze in at the 5 spot. Now here's Walker. The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Thomas. On the take. Back to Johnson. Bridges right side. Shot clock at 5. Shot from the top of the key. Orlando grabs the miss.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Back to Suggs. Outside for Fultz. Lets it go from deep. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Well, you love that Markelle Fultz has the ability to draw the defense's hand and get himself to the foul line.
Grant, it's fair to say this Magic team is still coming into its own as far as the youth on the roster.
Yeah, not a lot of NBA service time up and down the roster, but tons and tons of talent. I mean, they've done very well constructing the roster. Now to develop it, and they'll see the wins pile up.
From deep, Johnson drains the triple.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Wagner for 3. No good on the shot. Brooklyn with the ball. 3-pointer, Bridges. And the Nets, another 3.
Well, quick transition has Bridges positioned perfectly. Puts the nice finish on the transition opportunity.
Suggs with the bucket.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
3-pointer. And Walker with the 3.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
And the foul called on Markelle Fultz. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Wagner, the pass to Fultz. From deep. Claxton with a rebound.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
Johnson a screen on Wagner. Pass to Johnson. Back to Bridges. The kick out to Walker. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Wagner outside. Here's Suggs. Wagner right side to the paint. Batadze, the pass to Fultz. Wagner for 3. Claxton with a rebound. Brooklyn has gone 3 of 4 on 3s here in this first quarter. Bridges left side. Uncovered. And he hits the jumper. Bridges has got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, no lack of confidence in Mikal Bridges. This guy believes he can make shots.
Team second.
Outside Fultz. Pass to Suggs. There's the triple. Outside for Fultz. The 3 from Banchero. The shot is good. Fultz making the play.
You have to be ready on the catch. Paolo Banchero, easy work on the jumper.
Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
Great teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play. There's Fultz with a 3. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Bridges. Pass to Johnson. And out of bounds. The Magic will take it. Well, Doris, it's special when you get a kid like Cam Johnson who can seriously stretch the floor.
Well, BA, we know how highly valued deep shooting is. Cameron Johnson from the three-point line is legit dangerous. He's supremely confident. But what I love is he can also put it on the deck. He can also be elite defensively. The best is yet to come from an already talented player.
They grab their own miss. Pass to Bridges. From the arc. Drops in the three. Bridges has got 8.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy's dangerous as a shooter.
Batadze, the pass to Wagner. To the left wing. Fires the 3. And Fultz gets the 3. He's got 6.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
Whew, I think he wants that one back. I mean, he knows he's capable of better.
After joining forces in 2019, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving only ended up playing 74 games together in Brooklyn.
And think about it, those 74 games were spread over the course of 3 years. Whether it was injuries, off-the-court drama, you name it, it limited their time together. And now the Nets are focused on rebuilding. That was not a successful pairing. You have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
The 3 from Suggs, and it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Jalen Suggs putting in the time, being diligent about becoming more consistent from three-point territory. That time, he makes it look easy.
Wagner on the wing. This one for 3. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Mikal Bridges has been on display. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. All right, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
On the court for the Magic, Gary Harris out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Mo Wagner. Then there's Anthony, and it's Black in at the 2.
You simply must put a body on this guy. You know he's going to try to get to that glass.
And it's the Magic with the ball. The Nets making their last shot. Ingles from outside. Gets the 3 ball to go. Ingles got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Wilson, hounded by Harris. Wilson passes to Schroeder. And we heard some coaches saying the league punishes retaliation, and that might even encourage players to instigate. Grant, you think he's got a point?
You know, B.A., I think he does. I mean, if guys are creating a dust-up to try to get opposing star players thrown out, the officials cannot reward that. Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Ingles from outside. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
The Magic are still young, yes, but they are developing. Coach Jamal Mosley said, quote, "We're close to getting over the hump. These guys understand that you just have to stick with that process, the growth. It's just the belief system that these young men are starting to grow into."
He's really kept that positive environment. Thanks, Allie. Here's Black. Still no points. Back to Ingles. Just 5 on the clock. The Magic need to put one up here. Fires for 3. Brooklyn with the board. Bates Diop on the wing. Ingles defending. Here's Smith. And that one is stuffed right through.
Woo-hoo! That's the incredible athleticism of Dennis Smith Jr. Look out below.
Outside, Ingles. Wagner with a screen. 4-3. From deep three-point land. Offensive rebound. Anthony. The kick out to Ingles. Jacks up a 3. Wagner finds Harris. Outside, Ingles. The 3 is up. That one drops. 3 for 6 now.
Joe Ingles has finished top 5 in the league's three-point shooting on multiple occasions. You've got to contest that.
Unlike a lot of drafts, Grant, there wasn't a clear first overall pick in 2022 for the Magic.
Yeah, but I do think they nailed it, taking Paolo Banchero, a 6'10 playmaker. Banchero was Rookie of the Year, and he's certainly a player you can build around.
Well, a careless foul. That'll send him to the line for 3 free throws.
Here's a guy in Joe Ingles who truly is an example of the right fit, the right organization makes all the difference in your career. Joe Ingles is a smart, tough, capable basketball player on both ends of the floor, and he just needed the right place to show that.
And Doris, for Brooklyn, what do you think their biggest challenge will be retooling this roster?
BA, one of the problems they face, they don't own many of their own draft picks. So acquiring key pieces has to come through trades and free agency. And with that, you then have to have the salary cap implications to deal with. This is not easy.
The Nets have gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Pass to Bates-Diop. Let's go with a 3. It's rebounded by Wagner. Orlando leading. On the wing, Ingles. He's got 12. On target from range. Ingles got 15 points.
Well, he is just so good at getting to his spots. Joe Ingles is cooking right now.
Here's Smith. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Brooklyn has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Schroeder with it, and Anthony picks him up defensively.
A denial by Mo Wagner using his size to his advantage.
Outside, Ingles. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Schroeder can't get it to go. Pass to Anthony. Now Ingles. Back to Anthony. Three-pointer. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
I'm telling you this, if you leave one of Ingles' teammates open, Joe is going to find him.
From the baseline. Here's Bates-Diop. Now here's Smith from downtown. Another miss. He's 2 for 4. 20 seconds left to play in the first half. Harris outside. Pass to Ingles. Shot from the wing. And Orlando again with the bucket. 9 seconds left in the second. Here's Watford. Shot to stop the run, and he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Trendon Watford.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. So we conclude the first half. Magic out in front, leading by 7. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Hey, you look at Joe Ingles. He's been playing really well.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Bridges and Johnson work as the forwards. Lonnie Walker is out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Claxton in at center. So that's the Nets 5.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Thomas. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Well, the Magic's shooting 46%, a decent average so far. Wagner, the pass to Fultz. Here's Batase. Yet to see a basket. Here's Banchero. And Orlando again with the bucket. Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Here's Claxton, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
On the wing, Suggs. Wagner outside. Back to Suggs. The three. And it's Wagner missing.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Claxton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's a pure effort play. Nice tip in.
And that's a skill you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And for the Berlin native, Franz Wagner, his NBA career is off to a terrific start.
Yeah, at 6'10", he's extremely versatile. He's already a talented scorer at all 3 levels. Plus, he's able to put the ball on the floor and create for his teammates.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Wagner. Back to Bataze. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds, it'll be the Nets ball. And Walker's got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Now just a 4-point Magic lead.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Down low, the kick out to Banchero. The big man, Banchero, showing the range.
You can see Banchero building that confidence behind the arc. How effective can he be from range?
For 3, Bridges. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
Yeah, and if he can stay hot from out there, his three-point shot could be the tool they use to win this game.
He's pouring it on at a nice clip, and the rest of the team is stepping up as well.
Oh, got that one up quick. Johnson's gotten his second bucket on the night.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
Takes a step back. Pass to Bataze. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Johnson.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Now here's Wagner. Off target from 3-point range. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
The Magic have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. It's Suggs with a drive. Banchero outside. Back to Suggs. Banchero with a screen on Johnson. The 3 from Suggs. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. For 3, Bridges. Offensive board. The kick out to Johnson. Bridges outside. Oh, no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Orlando leading. Wagner on the wing. And we've got 28 seconds left in the third. Brooklyn has got 4 of 8 attempts to fall from deep here in the third quarter. Claxton passes to Bridges. The fadeaway. And that one drops. Bridges has got 21 points in the game.
This is what you call putting it all together on the offensive end. Go ahead, Mikal Bridges.
Hits a 3-pointer. And the Magic lead by 2. And what a wild one this has been.
8 lead changes, some big plays, and some big mistakes, too.
The 3 from Suggs. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Fourth quarter on the court for the Magic. Wagner is out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's Gary Harris. Then it's Cole Anthony. And it's Black in at the 2. Schroeder passes to Watford. Here's Wilson from outside the arc. Back to Bates Diop from deep. Hits the trifecta.
And this is what they're asking for from Dennis Smith Jr. Keep your eyes up and be ready to make a play for your teammates.
Pass to Black. Back to Anthony. Launches it. Brooklyn with the board. Here's Wilson. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Well, coaches love seeing this from Dennis Schroeder. Recognize the situation, find the open teammate.
The kick out to Ingles. Fires the 3. Wilson grabs the board. The Nets with the lead. Here's the 3. The offensive rebound. Smith outside. Pass to Watford for 3. The rebound by Ingles. Orlando has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Lets it fly. A deep 3. It's kept alive. Anthony outside. Back to Ingles. Harris a screen. 5 on the clock. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Brooklyn.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving. Good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
So Brooklyn ends up going with a new group. Pass to Black. To end the run. Drills it from deep. Black's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Here's Thomas. And here's Walker. From deep, Johnson. Wagner with a steal. Harris outside. The 3 is up. Rebounded by the Nets. Claxton's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Bridges with it. Now guarded by Harris. Johnson passes to Claxton. The kick out to Walker. Lets the 3 fly. It's Thomas on the wing. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Magic. Wagner's got his 5th rebound in this one. Back to Harris. Outside, Ingles. 4-3. The rebound by the Nets.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And defensively, how do you leave him that open in crunch time?
Harris outside. To the wing on the left.
He didn't have his feet planted.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Batadze, the pass to Wagner. Shot clock at 6. Oh my! Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
One of the better foul shooters on this team. Wagner is a good bet to come through here, guys.
He makes the 2nd free throw, and that narrows the gap to 1. And he nails the 3rd.
Well, a little shaky from the line, and instead of putting them in front, he's only able to tie it up.
Johnson a screen on Fultz. Outside Johnson. Fires for three. It's rebounded by Bataze.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Back to Fultz. Pass to Bataze. The kick out to Ingles. And another miss by Orlando.
When you're not in rhythm with the three ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Outside Fultz. On the wing, Ingles. Puts up a deep three. Rebounded by the Nets.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Here's Orlando. Fires from deep. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last-minute shot is up. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Johnson at the 4 with Claxton at center. Cam Thomas out there with Lonnie Walker. And it's Bridges in at the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Ingles has got 23 points.
Well, just another weapon in the arsenal of Joe Ingles, right? The catch-and-shoot game on point.
For 3, Bridges. And Fultz pulls it down.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
And it's Wagner missing. Brooklyn trailing. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball. Orlando has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range since regulation. It's Ingles with the drive. Fultz finds Banchero. The 3 is up. Rebound Brooklyn. Bridges outside. Back to Walker. Pass to Thomas. Bridges outside. Johnson a screen on Wagner. Outside Johnson. Here's Thomas. No good on the 3. The Magic have gotten 1 shot to fall out of 3 in OT. Now here's Ingles. About 90 seconds off the clock at extra time now. The 3 ball. Rebound Brooklyn. Claxton's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Here's Thomas. Fires in the triple. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Magic. It's stolen by Johnson. And it's Thomas off the drive to take the lead. It's rebounded by Banchero. Banchero's got 4 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Ingles. Fires the 3. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. Stolen by Ingles. To the inside. Bataze. Money.
Big time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch. Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Now here's Wagner. Drives to the hoop. Back to Ingles. 3-pointer. Oh, he buries it from outside.
At 6'9", Franz Wagner is a great option late. That size allows him to get a good look under pressure. Wow.
Now here's Walker. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Claxton. Johnson on the wing. Here's Thomas. He's off from 3. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Here's Banchero. Off target with the shot. So a close game here sees Orlando taking this one. It was touch and go.
so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Sliding in at the wing spots, it's Poole and Avdia. Bagley is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Jones in at the point.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
And one thing about Cam Johnson, his shooting mechanics are elite.
We already know that he shoots a high percentage from three, but he also has the height to shoot over people from out there, and that adds to the confidence.
Now, here's Bridges. It's rebounded by Poole. Pass to Kuzma. Takes a three. Avdia, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Sinks the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Walker with it. Jones covering. Johnson outside. The Nets working the ball around now. Bagley with a wide open look. It's three-pointers off the mark. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Walker's shot is off.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
And here's Johnson outside. And the Nets miss again. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Poole from deep three-point territory. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Johnson, the pass to Claxton. Makes it off the glass. Claxton's got his second bucket of the game to go.
How about Johnson with the hot pass? Good job seeing that open.
Poole fires away from outside. Had the space there, but it's offline. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. The shot's good from Claxton.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those. What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
Back to Thomas. He kicks it to Walker. And he's good on the three ball.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
No one covering. Poole's got 12 points in the game.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Puts up a deep three. And the Wizards hit again from deep. Nets trail by 8. And it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Walker.
I know what they say. Defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Poole with no one around. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And from three-point range, guys, he has hit the ground running. What a first quarter.
And a wide open look for Walker. Rebounded by the Wizards.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And despite the KD-Kyrie era fizzling out, Richard, you saw this firsthand. Brooklyn proved they are a destination franchise.
Yeah, just getting KD and getting Kyrie to sign was a win for the Nets. It proved that all stars will go to Brooklyn. Now it's about finding the right stars.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Washington.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
Here's Johnson. And nothing is falling for him right now. Washington leading now by 15. The three from Poole. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the three.
Now, here's Thomas. Still without a basket. For three, Bridges connects from three-point range.
Drilling it from that coffin corner. Bridges wants that shot and searches it out.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. The three-pointer is right on target.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
No coverage that time. And there's the pass to Poole. Lets the three fly, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got his 6th assist on the night. Here's Johnson. Doesn't go that time. And so it's Jordan Poole making highlights for the Wizards. They kept going to him. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Wizards team out there.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
The post tandem, it's Johnson and Claxton. Lonnie Walker is out there with Thomas, and it's Bridges in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Left side Walker, Johnson, wide open, he fires. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. You know, Richard, this is not just your job. You're a huge fan of basketball. So, that being said, who is your favorite player to watch?
Back in the day, it was David Robinson. He was my very, very first favorite player, and I actually got to play against him in his last game that he ever played in the NBA Finals when they beat us. But right now, it's probably Steph Curry, Jokic, LeBron. I love guys that just play the game in such a beautiful, unique way. As a fan, that's my favorite.
Thomas, it's deflected, and they're able to recover. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk. Now Shaman. Nothing on the board. Here's Kispert. Buries the long-range jumper. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's Walker. Rebound, Washington.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
And Kispert the bucket on the assist by Holmes. Kispert's got 12 in the game. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Brooklyn. The tray. Kispert, no good. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Bridges, no one around him. No good from outside. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. To the left side wing. A nice shot by Baldwin. Baldwin's got his first 3 points of the game.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
They've been able to attack the defense before they get set, really making the most of their fast break opportunities.
A shot by Johnson, no good.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Launches it. Kispert, no good. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. For the three, it's hauled in by Claxton. The net shooting 39% from the floor, at their best. Johnson can't hit. On offense, here are the Wizards. They're on a 15-5 run here. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. If you ask around, the NBA is in a great place. Two-time league MVP Nikola Jokic said, "We are witnessing some crazy talent in the league. I mean, everyone. Everyone. They work on their game. The talent around the league is amazing, and I only think it's going to be better and better." Kevin?
Yeah, David, you and I agree the league is in a very good place right now. And thanks for the report. Top of the key, Claxton. High post try. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 5 assists in the game.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Kispert with the bucket.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
And the Wizards hit again from deep. Now here's Walker. Uncovered. Rebounded by Holmes. For Washington, they've gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. The net shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. Here's Walker. And he converts the layup. Walker's got 5.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Kispert wide open. He fires. And again, Washington with the triple.
And what a first half he's having from downtown. He has been locked and loaded since the moment he stepped on the floor.
Shamet kicks to Kispert. Here's the 3. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Rebounded by the Wizards.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Launches it from deep. And again, Washington with the triple.
3.
I'll be honest, he's having a better quarter than a lot of my nights back when I played.
Johnson. That one's off. Still out of sync.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Wizards out front, just dominating this one. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Taking a look at the Wizards. In at the forward positions, Avdia and Kuzma. In the backcourt, it's Jones and Poole. And it's Bagley in at the 5, roaming the paint. The 3 from Poole. And again for 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Here's Bates Diop. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
And no doubt Smith has the vision. When one of his guys has a clean look, he's quick to get the ball to them.
Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Jones. No good on the 3.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Here's Bates Diop. Lots of room. Again, the net's for 2. And so it's Bagley with it. He brings it up for Washington. The 3 from Poole. They get it again. Kicks it out to Jones. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Bates Diop. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This is his first chance at the line tonight. The first free throw is good. So for the Wizards, Corey Kispert's checked in for Jordan Poole. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Jones. Washington's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Bagley with a screen on Smith. And here is Shamet. Scoreless thus far. And again, Washington no good.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
Here's Smith. And the shot is good.
Working on his interior game, Smith Jr. is very aware he has what it takes to score from there.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Takes the 3. Kispert, no good. And here's Brooklyn. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Here's Schroeder. Off target from outside. The Wizards shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. Kispert, no good. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
From deep 3-point land. Wizards keeping it alive in a fresh 14-second shot clock. And that one's good. Shamet.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's gonna put his foot on the pedal.
RJ, you look at Dennis Schroeder, incredibly fast, but also a veteran leader now.
Yeah, he's really matured. He knows how to make plays without making too many mistakes. That's what you get from a guy with 10-plus years in this league.
Wizards making a switch here. Poole's checked in.
Number 13, Jordan Poole.
Here's Watford, guarded by Poole. Here's Bates Diop, buries it from three-point range. Bates Diop's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Nailed from three-point land.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Wizards passing it around. 1:24 left in the third quarter. And again, Washington with the triple.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, the league says it wants every team to play to win, but All-Star Kevin Durant said it's just not realistic, adding, each year only a few teams can win it. If you're not going to be a playoff or play-in team, might as well go for a top pick, get some reps for guys who ordinarily wouldn't make the rotation, and maybe change their lives as well. Kevin?
And that's an interesting take. Thanks, DA. The three from Poole. Rebounded by the Nets. Watford's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not a good idea.
Pass to Avdia. The wide open look here for Kuzma. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Puts up a deep three. Rebound, Washington. Avdia's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Near the three-point line, it's Poole. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Wizards running. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The forward spots will be Bridges and Johnson. Thomas is out there with Lonnie Walker. And it's Claxton in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. Here's Claxton. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, okay, well, I like his aggressiveness, but, like, the defense was waiting on him that time.
Three-pointer. The shot's good from Kispert. Kispert's got 36.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Wizards. Kispert, no good. Bridges, right side. Here's Walker. Trying to get open as Johnson. And it's Walker that time on the assist by Bridges.
The defense got crossed up, and Bridges takes advantage with that pass.
Here's Kispert. Connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. And the Wizards with possession.
Get on tires.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Jones with the screen on Thomas. Kispert, no good. Nets have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Outside, Walker. Kicks it out to Johnson. Outside, Thomas. This one for 3. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Kispert. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Bridges inside the three-point line. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got his 8th rebound here tonight. Kispert, and again, Washington with the triple.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Puts up a deep 3. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. With the drive, the shot's good from Claxton.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
Pass to Coulibaly. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Claxton. The Nets have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. Early 2023 saw Cam Thomas just erupt as a scorer, Greg. We were talking about it every game. A guy who was ready to break out.
And Kevin, I like using the word ready because he was given an opportunity and took it. And he showed us all what a productive machine he could be.
The Nets have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Claxton. Bagley with the block.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooters.
Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Wizards.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jordan Poole.
He really managed to shine on both ends of the floor, finding lots of opportunities to affect the game and make an impact.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Nets shooting for the game at 42%. Thomas outside. Kuzma pulls it in. Wizards shooting at a 46% clip in the fourth quarter. Here's Kispert. Yet another bucket. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Poole, no good.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Claxton. Off target at the rim. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Kispert, no good. Enzo Thomas will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Claxton with it. There's the triple. Count it.
He is getting everything he wants.
Much appreciated, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.